Welcome to Task 2 of the Radial Line Pattern Development Program, which we are going to build on the techniques learned in the previous video to make a truncated cone, in which the truncation is going to be a mitered cut. As in the previous tutorial, we'll start by drawing a horizontal line across the page 40mm up from the bottom. Again, followed by a vertical line 50mm in from the left hand side. The bottom diameter of this cone is going to be 60mm, so you need to measure 30mm either side of the vertical line you have drawn. This can be easily done using a compass. The apex point for this cone is 80mm up from the horizontal line. Once you have marked the apex point, join up your markings to draw the shape of the cone. Now measure 40mm up from the horizontal line and mark the edge of the cone. This will be the right hand side of your truncation. Then measure up 60mm from the horizontal line and mark on the left hand side of the cone, and this will be the left hand side of your truncation. Once you have all of the markings, join them up, and this will give the shape of the truncated cone we are going to develop a pattern for. Set your compass at 30mm and place the point at the centre line of the cone and mark the radius at the base. Using the same compass setting, divide up the radius at the base into 6 equal parts. Label each of your division points numbers 1 through 7. Using a ruler, draw a vertical line from each division point up to the base of the cone. Place your ruler at the apex point and draw a line down to each division point at the base of the cone. The line only needs to be drawn up to the point of the truncation. To obtain the true lengths for your pattern, you need to take your ruler and draw horizontal lines from each point where your lines intersect with the truncation. In this case, the lines need to be drawn from the left hand side to the right hand side of the cone. When you have drawn these horizontal lines, mark them numbers 1 through 7 as corresponding with the numbers on the radius at the base. Take your compass, place the point at the apex point, and take the pencil end down to number 1 and mark a large arch around your page. This arch will be the outside of your pattern. To mark the inside of your pattern, place your compass point at the apex point and the pencil at number 7 and draw an arch on the inside of the pattern. Place your ruler at the apex point, draw a line from the inner radius to the outer radius and label this number 1, as this will be the starting edge of your pattern. Set your compass to the distance between any two of the division points at your radius. Place your compass point at number 1 on your large radius and draw a small arch. Then place your compass point at the arch you've just drawn and draw another arch. Repeat this process until you have 13 markings. Number each of these markings 1 to 7 and then 7 back down to 1. Place your ruler at the apex point and draw a line between the inner and outer radius at point number 1. Then repeat this process for every marking on the outer radius. Place your compass point at the apex point and the pencil at point number 1 and mark the corresponding lines on your pattern. Then repeat this process for numbers 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Use a pencil to join up the markings on your pattern, trying to follow the natural curve. Now that your pattern is complete, cut it out with a pair of scissors. Roll it up and join the edges with a piece of sticky tape. Your now formed cone should match the drawing you made at the beginning of the video. Now, using what you have learned during this tutorial, you have 3 independent tasks to complete. You are to draw the pattern for all 3 of these tasks, photograph the pattern at its point of completion, then cut it out, roll it up, stick it together and send a photograph of the completed task to your assessor. The photographs of your pattern should have the task number and your name clearly shown on them.